Recent events have again brought concerns about anti-Semitism in Europe to the front pages of several news outlets. Virtually no country is more sensitive to these concerns than Germany, and in January, it convened a commission of experts to decide how to deal with the problem. However, Jewish groups are speaking out over the composition of the panel, as it does not include any Jews. The German government's response is that they will certainly invite them to testify before the panel, and that religious affiliation was not one of the selection criteria for the commission. Instead, it seems that those selected did have knowledge of the issues, although primarily from academic points of view. Several Jewish organizations, including those from both Germany and the United States, are suggesting that they might form their own commission to ensure that decisive actions will emerge from such a process. A similar group, formed previously by the German government, released findings in 2011, but critics say that they have resulted in no improvements at all. In fact, a recent poll indicated that anti-Semitism was up sharply in recent months. Another problem might be that the results of this new commission are not due out for 2 years. Given recent events, that might seem like a long time for European Jews who are being encouraged by the Israeli government to seek safety there. An increasing trend seems to be the retelling of historical events or even fictional tales by means of a series of Twitter messages. One such effort by Chindu Sridharan, a British lecturer and prize-winning ballroom dancer, is a retelling of the ancient Sanskrit epic Mahabharata, which is one of Hinduism's most important texts. It concerns a battle between the heroes of the 5 Pandava brothers and their enemy, a cousin named Duryodhana, and his 99 brothers. The story took 2,700 tweets and 4 years to complete, and has already been made into a book called Epic Retold, about which there has been some complaints due to the liberties taken with the original version of the tale. As a sequel, Sridharan now plans to tell the same story from the antagonist Duryodhana's point of view. The author states that he already has a fairly good idea how the story will go, and hopes to finish it more quickly than he did the first version. He added that his desire to see new generations of Indians react to his new version of the story, as well as to make it more approachable for his British colleagues. Australian Zephaniah Wax spoke out about 3 of his 17 sons having been sexually violated while attending Sydney's Yeshiva College. In response, he claims to have been bullied and ostracized by the Jewish Orthodox Chabad, of which his family is a part. During the hearings over the matter, Meyer Shlomo Klugwant, who is the head of the Organization of Rabbis in Australasia, sent a text message calling Wax a lunatic and claiming that his charges against the Chabad were, in his words, killing us. And he added that Wax himself was guilty of neglecting his own children. Now Klugant, who has only been in office for less than a year, has been forced to step down from his post. Wax's son Manny, who was the first to speak out about the abuse, has said that Klugant's resignation is welcome and he should not be allowed to hold any leadership position within the yeshiva community. Rabbi Yosef Feldman of the center was also forced to resign a week earlier after claiming he didn't know that it was illegal to touch the genitals of a child. Ironically, when Klugant first took office, he pledged to make family violence and sexual abuse a priority after claims have been made that decades of abuse had been ignored. He also holds other posts within the community, but is uncertain at this point whether he'll be forced to step down from all of them in the future due to his ill-considered text message.